Yo, 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 welcome to Audio Addiction. It is your boy, Brandon. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Tonight we will be doing Pentagon, which we were supposed to do last week, but we had some storms and there's some light rain happening now, and I know we'll probably get some where I'm at now, probably get a little bit heavier storms, so hopefully fingers crossed stream holds up. But yeah, if you're new here, thanks for hanging, thanks for chilling. I've been posting a lot more on YouTube. I feel like I've been slacking on there, so those have been uploaded already. So if you're following any of the stuff, come hang out live. It's the best. We love the homies here. So please come through if you do see a group you like, or if you want to find out about a new group. It's always fun. So would love to see you in the comments in the chat. Would be really sick. But yeah, we were supposed to do this last week. Didn't get an opportunity to do it, so we're doing it this week. If you've missed out on our Boys Planet X, going on, then thank you for hanging. Thanks for watching all the way through. But we've got quite the amass of groups to get through, as there have been many from this show. But I'm very excited. So tonight we're doing Pentagon. Um, Sarah says, Pentagon Day, we're going a little out of order. There are two group debuts between Uptension and Pentagon, but they have 8 songs total, and they'll get put into the next playlist of smaller groups after we conquer, obviously, Uptension, which we've already done, and then Pentagon now. And then Sarah also says Pentagon is a 9-member group, formerly 10, under Cube Entertainment, who debuted on October 10th of 2016. The Boys Planet contestants in this group are Lee Hotake, which was one of my favorites. So I'm very excited to see him perform in his OG group, better known as Hui. The leader of Pentagon and is acclaimed songwriter, composer, theater actor. Ooh, nice. And he has also written such popular songs as Pentagon 101, Produce 101 Season 2 that formed them, Triple H, Xinhua, Bandit, VAV, Wei, CIX, among others. And then Wei was contested along with 2 others that hold the record for most debuts by a Boys Planet contestant. Wow, holy shit! With 4 debuts. Oh my god. When he entered the show, the other contestants were incredibly shocked, believing he was more suited to be a judge than a contestant, especially due to his previous involvement on a creative level with the Produce and Planet series. Several Boys Planet contestants would later on be on shows in which he was a judge, Project 7 and Starlight Boys. This was our first debut with someone who ended up in the top 18 finale. And then Sarah also went on to mention that this is the first 18 videos in the playlist are Korean title tracks, and the last 2 will be doing our Japanese, just because I know our Japanese stuff has been funky, so those are usually relegated to the back, unfortunately. And then the title tracks for ease of editing, and then the only slide I would need is 141. So very nice. Like I said, much kudos to Sarah. Make sure to leave some love in the chat as well as in the comments. They put an incredible amount of work into this, more than I could ever do. So very nice, very nice. Sarah, hello. Kaylee, hello. Gunky, hello. If you're obsessed with Boys Planet, that is true. If not, hey, if you love groups in general, come through. I know we've got a couple recommendations. I think the most current one that has been asked the most was Infinite. So maybe we'll have to do it. Connie says hello. Sally, hello. Gunky, someone's crazy obsession. That's true. Jazz says hello, y'all. Uni says howdy. Connie says, I love Pentagon. I'm so excited. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. And Santa says Pentagon. I don't know. They have hexagons and bestagons. Oh my god. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Hani says, and now he's a judge / mentor in the new program, Be My Boys. Ooh, okay. Very nice. And Kaylee says, I've only heard Pentagon stuff in passing, so I'm excited to officially do it. Very nice. Lou, thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching the B2B video. Appreciate that those are uploaded now already. But thank you for watching and coming through for live. Very nice. Sarah says, I listened to Pentagon a little bit, though. One Pentagon song we'll get to is in my top 10 K-pop songs of all time. Wow. Okay. That is some marker points there. So, all right, cool. Well, I'm down. Kala says, hi. I'm a little bit late because I'm cutting my hair, but I'm here. Well, best of luck. Do not cut your hair and watch me. That is insane. You should be probably focusing on cutting your hair, but appreciate it nonetheless. And Gungi says Pentagon definitely has some good music. Oh, okay. Very nice. All right. Well, here it is. That was the only slide we needed. So I pull it up just for necessity's purpose, but realistically probably don't need it. So, all right. Very cool. We're going to go through the track list real fast. We've got Gorilla. The next one is Can You Feel It? We have Beautiful, produced by Ilhoon's B2B. Very nice. We just, like I said, just got done with B2B, so feels fitting. Critical Beauty. The next one is Like This. We've got Runaway, Shine, Naughty Boy, Shalala, Humph, also produced by Girly Boy. Very nice. Okay. Dr. BB. The next one is Daisy, which it looks like I've listened to already, so somebody had recommended it. Very nice. We've got Eternal Flame, Do or Not, Feeling Like, Shush, I guess it would be, Pado, Wave to Myself, With Universe, and then the final two will be Cosmo and Happiness. So very nice, very nice. Thank you. I just finished. I think it looks all right. Well, I'm sure you did a good job. So very nice. Very nice. All right. The vibes have been implemented. Connie says I recommended Daisy with the album. I remember this because we did this on the album stream. So glad we're getting around to Pentagon. But all right. Well, other than Daisy, I'm excited to get into Pentagon. So let's check out Gorilla first. Let's give it a listen. I don't think it's gonna have captions, but okay. Oh no! Wow. Cool. All right.
없는 겁쟁이들 아니건 내가 오기 전까지는 없던 밑동이 막 건전지를 넣은 시계처럼 틱톡 모두가 따고 싶어 해라 스토바리 그래도 승리는 내 껌 스토바비 널 놓고 빠져들어야겠어 lovely 뭐든 해줄게 여기 말래 public
Okay, okay. I love the instrumental. This is fun. I like it. Nice. Okay. Okay. This is cool. All right. This was Pentagon's Gorilla. If you're hanging out for the Pentagon deep dive, thank you so much for watching. Um, this is fun. Like I said, if I didn't have really an introduction to Pentagon prior to Daisy, I feel like this would have really been a good introduction to Pentagon. Um, I love the instrumental. At first I thought it was a little much, but I feel like they really kind of did a great job of making those horns feel very dynamic. Um, so I thought it was really impressive to make them like again. I feel like it could be overdone in this song, but I think it has just the right amount of like dynamics where it's still very interesting, but I also feel like it plays a lot to their strength of having great vocals. This song has like a really good mix of both, where you're like again so enraptured by some of the production, but at the same point, I feel like you're equally as impressed by how good the vocals are as well too. So great stuff. I think obviously, Hui's one of my favorites. He was one of my favorites in Boys Planet. And I feel like he's still very much one of those vocals that I source out or listen to a little bit more heavily in this group. So I feel like my bias is still going to be him. Though I will say I really liked there's definitely another member. I think Jazz may have pointed it out in the chat here. But Jino was also really incredible. I was definitely like noticing a lot of his vocal styling. So I definitely was starting to pick out more. I'm hopefully will pick out, each individual member throughout the course of the deep dive of but I really enjoyed this a lot. I think this is great energy. I don't know how this debut was received in terms of the common folk here, but I feel like it's probably got to be pretty good. So I think to me I think it still holds up. I don't feel like it is dated in any way. So I think that really does earn it more browning points certainly. But yeah, this one is like so much fun to hear and would absolutely go back and listen to this and put this on the playlist for sure because I just love the vibes. It was really, really good. And the rap sections were also incredible as well. So big salutes to their rappers as well. Excited to dive a little deeper into Pentagon as a collective. But overall, I think this is great. This is a great debut. So, like I said, don't know how people thought it was back when they first debuted, but I thought it was really sick. So, very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. We got a couple. Lou says this one's on their playlist. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Jazz says, this one is weird in a good way. I could see it. I could see it. But I agree with you. I think it's odd, but like in a really like musical way. Like it's definitely a little out there, but still fun. So, Kaylee was commenting about the captions. I did like that. That was great. It was easier for me to like fixate on certain individuals. So far, so really good. Connie says the fact that one of the tallest idols and also the smallest idol are both in the same group is crazy. That's insane. And then Sally says the smallest is the oldest and the tallest is the maknae. And Connie said yes, lol. So very cool. Sarah says we also wrote this one. Honestly, it would be easier to mention when we didn't write the song. That's fair. Incredible songwriter. I think this was really fun. So Connie says that Jino is a vocal king, one of the best vocalists in K-pop. Wow. Okay, that is some high praise certainly. So Connie says it's a decent song for sure. Kaylee says this is so funny to me because this song reminds me of Fanfare by SF9, which was also an October 2016 debut. So maybe it was just a specific month for this type of music. That's fair. I plan on seeing SF9 in November when they come through Philly, so we probably will have to throw SF9 on to the proverbial list to cover as well. So very nice. Connie says need to request Jino's covers on the Chaos stream. Very nice. Yeah, you'll have to. I'll definitely excited to check those out. But cool. Let's see what else. Kaylee says I have a playlist. I love them so. Ooh, okay. We'll have to tear it out. I feel like that we get so many comments about who to cover and stuff. I'm gonna have to track them all down and try to. If we haven't covered them yet, I would like to keep a running list. Jazz says their height difference, by the way, is Jino's 5'6", and while Wusek is 6'3". Oh my god, that's crazy. Jino and I are like the same height, so that's like we're close. So that's insane. Big salutes, big salutes. All right. All right, all right, cool, cool, cool. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. This one is "Can You Feel It?" So let's check it out. Oh, thank you, Kaylee. That's good.
거기 잠깐 멈춰 baby 자꾸 눈이 가네 lady 너를 볼 시간 난 홀린 듯이 끌려가 나랑 잠깐 얘기 좀 해 왜 이리 감이 없나 어디서 다른 냄새 안 나겠지 빨라 넌 벗어나지 못해 지금 내 말에 집중해 멈춰버린 이 시간 이 너인가 피할 수 없어 이미 넌 내 aim so target인 걸 더 이상은 없어 clarity 내 fantasy 너야 이제 나는 넌네 차례야 감이 오자
Woo! All right.
답이 올 때가 됐는데 좀 감이 오자 서로 땀이 나네 입이 말라가네 빨리 말해줄래 Talk to me talk to me 좀 감이 오자 Yeah yeah right 감이 떨어지기 전에 있는 느낌으로 다
Ooh,
들어만
okay.
물감을 들고 뒤집어 내 맘을 딱지처럼 그냥 뒤집어 놨는 줄 알죠 심장이 뛰질 않나 어디서 천사가 나타났나 너 벗어나지 못해 지금 내 말에 집중해 멈춰버린 이 시간 이 너의
Love the pre-chorus.
피할 수 없어 이미 넌 내 aim so target인가 더 이상은 없어 clarity 내 fantasy 너야 이제 나는 넌내 차례야 감이 오자 답이 올 때가 됐는데 좀 감이 오자 서로 땀이 나네 입을 말아가네 빨리 말해줄래 Talk to me talk to me 감이 오지 않아도 이 느낌은 알아도
오.
내게 빠진 여자들은 이 세상에 많았어 너도 그래 아마도 나를 보낸 새벽에 우리는 신호에 따랐어 널 보면 좋은 예감이 오지 마구 떠올라 영감이 락해도 돼 너도 분명 나와 같은 느낌 왔니 시답잖은 시침이 떼지 말고
They really add those vocal layers, man. Holy shit.
너란 세상 속에 You feel it with me, you feel it with me 감이 왔니 감이 왔다면 움직여 빨리 헤어지고 싶은가 감이 오지 You make me crazy You make me crazy 좀 감이 오자 서로 땀이 나네 입이 말라가네 빨리 말해줄래 Talk to me talk to me 좀 감이 오지
Wow. Very cool, very cool. All right, this was Pentagon. Can you feel it? I can. I can. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. But this was great. I didn't. I thought they were gonna definitely continue to move up in terms of great songs, but man, this is another. What a wildly good follow up song. After their debut. This was awesome. Vocals, I think to me again, really stand out a ton. I think just because there's so many members in Pentagon, I think you do a great job of like not only I think adding great like main vocal lines, but also as well, I think being so complementary to like that main vocal, where I think there's like a lot of great like backing vocals, like the like overdubs and like harmonies in the background, just I think give more life to that main melody line. So I really love that, and I think this song is very representative of all that sort of stuff that I've just talked about. I think they really upped their game in terms of, you know, filling the vocals out, so I love that. In terms of rapping, I also felt like this definitely took a big step up as well. I don't. I think the first one, I know they gave like a shit, like basically he called himself in, if I'm not mistaken. Um, let me see. Let's see. Can I find it? It was like right around here, and I can't find it. Ah, shit. It was like the back to back rappers was incredible. I felt like whoever got called out first in the song, like obviously to start the rap section off, and then who preceded him. That was awesome. I think the like their vocal tones were so unique. Like one of them, the first one had kind of like a more like mid range lower tone. And then following it up, I feel like the other one had like definitely a higher, like more like punchier tone, a little bit more nasally is normally considered bad, but I kind of like it in this sort of thing. But I feel like it worked out well. Jazz says it's Yuto and then Wusek. Very nice, very nice. Okay, cool, cool. And there's also Dawn. Okay, perfect. Dawn was cool too. I feel like it's gonna be tough to pick a favorite of the rapper sections, but I did like Yuto's kind of like more lower tone. But Wusek was incredible. I liked his like he's got kind of like a little bit of a bite to his tonality, so it was really really sick. Um but yeah, I thought this was incredible. The bridge was probably what really sold me on this song. The like melodies in that section, and then like the runs on top of that, I just think were just like sprinkled in so well, and like obviously again highlights them as being great vocalists. So I think it landed super well, and then kind of bring it all full circle in that final chorus, I think was just an incredible way to end the song. So, as much as I like the first one, I feel like this one is just like monumentally a step in the right direction, in my opinion. So definitely could see why they are, you know, definitely a highly acclaimed group for sure. So very cool, very cool. Let's see here. Kaylee answered my question about both Infinite and SF9 are on there. Very cool. Gunky says like this song a lot more. Very cool, very cool. Connie says Pentagon is one of those groups where it's so hard to choose a bias. I love all of them, but of course, Hui is my main bias. Fair enough, fair enough. And yeah, we'll have to if we do wind up doing Infinite and SF9, which we probably will, it'd be cool to check out some of the Kingdom stuff. So I know people recommend it all the time, so we'll have to do it. Connie says Yuto's my man. Let's go. And Kagi says it's significantly better for sure. Very nice. I also saw Sonja come in earlier. Sonja, hello. Thanks for coming through. Hope you're doing well. All right. Let's keep the train moving. We're doing great. I've been enjoying all these, but the next one is beautiful. And this one was produced by Ilhun of B2B. So very nice. Kaylee says yeah, because the only groups we haven't done from Kingdom are SF9 and Icon. Ooh, okay. Two icon, no pun intended, iconic groups. So very nice. All right. Well, let's get into Pentagon. Keep going.
시도 때도 없이 머릿속엔 너의 모습만 꿈만 같아 난 이 모든 게 축복일걸 눈부시게 널 비추는 햇살 Thank you 내가 더 많이 사랑한다면 속삭여 전혀 중요치 않아 남들의 시선 우리 그 자체로 완벽해 모든 게 아름다워 있는 그대로 꺼지지 않는 별빛처럼 더 자랑스러워 내 곁에 널 다시 태어난다 해도 난 변하지 않을 거야 You are beautiful, you are beautiful
The caption. That's great.
다름을 이해한 다음 날 위해 내 모든 걸 다 바치고 던지네 또 내일 점심에 네 정성을 맛보네 열리고 닫히는 이불엔 우리 사랑을 수놓아도 돼 매일 아침에보다 먼저 일어나 줄만의 신호를 줘 크고 작은 흠집과 낙서로 우리의 역사를 써 솔직한 얘기들로 영원히 서로의 거울이 되어주고 함께 좀 먼 미래에도 모든 게 아름다워 있는 그대로 꺼지지 않는 별빛처럼 또 자연스러워 내 곁에 널 다시 태어난다 해도 난 변하지 않을 거야 You are beautiful, you are beautiful, you are beautiful 놓지 않을 거야 You are beautiful, girl 내 곁에만 있어줘 우주보다 그 사랑으로 어떤 아픔도 뛰어넘고 조금 모자라도 괜찮은 서로라면
The closed captions know what I'm talking about. The Harmony Kings.
영원히 잠드는 그 순간까지 내 곁에만 있어줘 모든 게 아름다워
A key change. Hell yeah. Ah, very nice. All right. This was Pentagon's Beautiful, produced by Ilhoon of B2B, which I've just posted a video about very recently. So go check it out if you haven't. Um this was awesome. This is just what I kind of feel like I feel like it is on brand with what I would imagine them to do, like ballad wise, like I already knew just given their like title tracks and like the songs that they've worked with so far, and I'd imagine this one is also a title track as well. But I kind of assumed, and I'm glad I assumed correctly, that like the um just like these types of songs, especially like a more ballady type song, is just gonna absolutely crush. So I definitely love it. I think it was cool, obviously, the way that this MV was shot, where you got to actually see their faces and their performance. I feel like that adds just that like deeper, like more rich feeling towards the song. So I love that. Also, you could just tell that they all love singing. Like there's just something really special about like the way that they all perform, that I feel like you definitely have like more it gives more staying power to a lot of the lyrics or like the meaning of the song. So I feel like they sing with such passion, and you get to hear that in the song. So I really love that. The instrumentation I feel like is really solid, like really beautiful piano work. I feel like a lot of the strong points of the song again are those incredible vocals. There's a lot of cool like ad-lib runs. There are some great harmonies as well. So I think it was a good mix of everything. Obviously you got some like standout moments. I really liked Kino. I feel like he was incredible in this song. It was definitely somebody I kind of fixated more towards on this song. Obviously, I could try to give love to everybody in the group certainly, but I felt like this was really nice. And like even the rappers in this section I thought were really sweet, even though I wouldn't like again, especially expect them to do something like more grandiose in this type of song, because it just wouldn't fit. But I think this is great. This is like a vocal, like this is extremely well performed song, and I think their vocals, again, very similarly to like a lot of their songs, I think, make these songs stand out and have a little bit more vigor to them. So I love that. I love the key change. Y'all know I love key changes. So I think that just kind of put the nail in the coffin a little bit more for me in terms of enjoyment. But yeah, I like this. This was my first foray into them doing more ballady type songs. So I felt like this one was great. So no complaints from me whatsoever. So cool stuff. Let's see. Connie says love this song. And then Gunky commented about my Kingdom thing, which was B2B, AT, Stray Kids, SF9, Icon, The Boys on Kingdom. So it's a must watch. Ooh, yeah, we'll have to do it. Cal says vocals. Let's go. I was cracking up with the captions, but it was great. I loved it. I feel like that's how somebody's really dedicated and enjoys it. So good shit. Gunky says, wait, we got a Gunky song, LOL, in reference to a ballad. Jazz says, I love the honesty. I do as well. I feel like it was cute. It was good. Gunky says, this is 1000% going to be on my playlist right now. Let's go. Connie says, all of their earlier albums are just pure vocals. Love every Pentagon album, but the first ones are amazing. Ooh, okay. Fair enough. And Jazz says, we love a vocal flex. Such a pretty song. I agree. Very gorgeous. Fits really well into their discography of music. And shout out to Ilhun of B2B. Credible production work on that as well. So big salutes to him. So very nice. We shall keep the Pentagon train moving. The next one is Critical Beauty. So let's check it out. Is it a sample? I thought it was an Elvis reference. Yeah, okay. Huh. Okay.
빛나는 사이를 느끼려 하지만 다른 이들과의 차이를 네가 뻔해 보이는 애들과의 조인을 원치 않아 그냥 좁혀 너와 나의 사이를 하이를 느껴 하늘의 다이브 언제나 그랬듯이 난 침대의 바이브 나날이 너 위에 서러 모든 걸 줄게 다 담아 너와 단둘이라면 어딜 가든 할리우드 귀찮게 적당히 반짝이는 게 이상하게 주머니 속에 들어가 있었네 네 손가락에 닿기 원보던가 서로 끼치도록 딱 맞아 하필이면 왜 또 내 손에 같은 게 있네
Holy shit. Alright.
뭐가 궁금한 거야 그런 목소리는 어떻게 내는 거야 갑자기 좋은 것 같아 너 때문에 미치겠네 뻔한 걸 자꾸 말해 뭐해 뻔한 걸 자꾸 말해 뭐해 뻔한 걸 자꾸 물어 뭐해 내 맘은 그래 얼굴에 딱 써있는데 왜 괜히 돌아지고 그래 예뻐 죽겠네 모든 것 태워파이어 너 위에 나는 다이러스 내게 중독된 저 깊숙이 퍼진 바이러스 누가 나 살려 거짓말은 못 감춰 That's right 너 때문에 숨 막혀 이렇게 쳐다보지 마 자꾸 물어보지 마 그런 미소는 어디서 배운 거야 갑자기 더운 것 같아 왠지 열이 오르네
love the different vocal ranges in the song. Wow. All right, very nice. This was Pentagon's Critical Beauty. Very cool. Looks like it's from their third mini album, Ceremony. Um, I like this. This was very interesting. Lulu answered my question at the beginning is Jailhouse Rock. I was thinking that. I was like, wow, this sounds I was like, this segment sounds really familiar. I was like, it's almost as if I've heard it before. And I have. So that was cool. I'm glad I was able to pick it out. Um this is a fun song. I think like at first I had to let it simmer, right? Like it was like one of those songs that didn't hit me right away. I was like, am I gonna enjoy this? Like, is this like I feel like I kind of have to make it through. Like, I'll know if I like the song if I make it through like the first verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. Like, if I'm not feeling it, then like either A, it might take me a little bit more time to grow on me, or like it's one of those ones that's just like, hey, it isn't for me. I'm not feeling this one. This one took a little bit of time. So I want to say I was worried because I feel like Pentagon typically have been able to turn it around for me here, but um, I felt like this one had to work for it a little bit, and I'm glad it did because I definitely like the first part of the song was great. Like first verse, first pre-chorus, first chorus was awesome. Like really solid, but like the song just evolves more as it progresses, and I think that's truly like the magic of this song where I was like the second verse I was like, ooh, this is really good, and like they incorporated more like vocal layering, and it sounds a little bit more like they're able to do a little bit more ad libs and pop off a little bit more in the verses. And then I was like, the pre-chorus is like still great and phenomenal, and then like you get to the chorus and like they have a bridge section where they're doing like a little bit of a dance break, as well as like being able to do like a more ad libs and like runs and stuff. So I think to me it was like the second half of the song was where it really cooked for me, and I was like, damn, like this was getting good. And so I like the bits of changes while they were like minimal. I feel like there was definitely some moments where I was at the beginning of the song, I was a little wary, but towards the end, I think it kind of turned around. I would definitely put this amongst the favorites that I've heard. I love that horn section. I think that was fun. I don't know if it was like a sample or not of Elvis, but I like the incorporation of it. I think actually they could have given me just like a smidge more, um, just make it feel. But I like this. I think it's a grower for sure. It's like one of those songs that I feel like you either get right away, you like it, or I feel like maybe it's one of those ones that just like builds until you're like at the end you're like, wow, I actually did enjoy this song. So this was fun. This was definitely a fun one. I will definitely come back and listen to this again just because I'm curious on the like production aspect of things. It feels a little bit not atypical, but just feels different from I feel like what I've heard from Pentagon thus far. So I would imagine this stands out just a little bit more. So very cool. Someone just says, liking the vocals a lot as well. Very cool. Very cool. Connie says, I remember this one. Lulu says, this one was already on my playlist, but cracked up at the Elvis reference. That's fair. I was like, wow, this sounds familiar. So it makes sense now. Kaylee says, like a hound dog. Gunky says another gunky type song. Oh, very interesting. And it was cool how you kind of went through the 5 stages of grief a little bit. So, very interesting. Sunjin says, I remember this song sounding so different. I love it. Connie said, so fun. Kyle says, this is a vibe. Ooh, okay. And Lulu says, fun video. Gongi says, great song at the least in the first 2/3 for me, but it was getting a little too samey towards the end. That's fair. That's fair. And so no playlist song for me. And Lulu says the same thing. So fair enough. Like I said, I think I definitely feel like this one is like not bad, certainly, but definitely enjoyed the fun vibes. So we'll see where this ranks towards the end, but we'll come to the conclusion here. But very nice. The next one is Like This. So let's check it out.
every day and every night 흘러가는 시간 속에서 멈춰진
Oh,
하나의
thank you, Lulu.
그림자 어딜
Apologies.
바라보고 있는 걸까 모든 게 낯설어져 익숙해져 있던 내 모습까지 화창한 아침이 와 또 내 모습을 비추지 못하게 차가운 한숨을 쉬어 매일 반복되는 시련 앞에선 무의미한 싸움은 싫어 담아낼수록 큰 가시가 되어 들키고 싶지 않았게 또 감추면 마음이 아파지게 이런 저런 사소한 일은 다 가짜게 피어난 꽃처럼
Cool.
싹을 틔우는 작은 불처럼 너를 믿고서 go on my way 진짜의 날 기다려줄게 like this 이제는 울지 않아
I like how it opens up in the chorus. Nice.
넌 먼저 무릎에 비가 나도 계속 달려갈게 like this 절대 멈추지 않아 내가 원한 단 하나의 빛을 oh yeah 바람이 몰아쳐도 계속 달려갈게 like this 또 안고 나의 꿈은 멈춰난
Ooh.
I got a trouble 어디야 비 나게 ring 나겐 더 시간은 못하는 내 끝없는 깊이 시들은 꽃잎이 되어
Wow. Okay.
땅에 떨어져 밟혀도 그 빛을 잃지 않도록 나를 지켜내줘 처음 피어난 꽃처럼 싹을 틔우는 작은 불처럼 너를 믿고서 go on my way 진짜의 날
Nice harmony over top.
like this 이제는 울지 않아 세상의 손을 들어 oh yeah 넌 먼저 무릎에 비가 나도 계속 달려갈게 like this 절대 멈추지 않아 내가 원한 단 하나의 빛을 oh yeah 바람이 몰아쳐도 계속 달려갈게 like this I'm running baby 끝이 없는 터널을 달려
Love the drums in this section. Very fun.
I'm running baby 넘어지고 쓰러진데도 내 안에 나를 찾아 이제는 울지 않아 세상의 손을 질러 oh yeah 넌 먼저 무릎에
Great falsettos over the top.
달려갈게 like this 절대 멈추지 않아 내가 원한 단 하나의 빛을 oh yeah 바람이 몰아쳐도 계속 달려갈게 like this 비록 가볍게도 달려서 원하는 대로 바꿔서 누가 나를 말려도 그냥 잊어지길 바랬어 후회는 없이 살게 하늘을 보고 like this 나에게로 벗어나가자 이제 like this 세상의 소리 질러 like this
All right. Very cool. This was Pentagon's Like This. If you're joining for the Pentagon deep dive, thanks for hanging. Wow, I really love this song. This is great. I feel like this one is a sleeper song. I don't know where this ranks in terms of the fandom for Pentagon, but I feel like this one is a sleeper hit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they took a lot of risk on this song. It doesn't feel similar to what their discography has put out thus far, and I from my perspective as being a newer K-pop fan, I think this one has so much like heart to it and takes a ton of risk, and I think it pays off in my opinion. I loved like the melody choice in the song. I think the chorus is really catchy. It's got a good hook to it. I also really like the pre-chorus build. I think they do a great job of making that the energy feel more palpable in that pre-chorus, and then you get this really kind of more lush, like EDM filled chorus, which I think stands out a ton. I also love the little post chorus section in the first part, like doing that call and response between the rap, like the vocalist and the rapper. I felt like that was incredible. I think it was Hui, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought it was really incredible, and I love that kind of counterbalance. I think that's such a good thing in the song that I think is necessary. So, and the way they transitioned into that second verse, I thought was really nice. Like, I was curious on how they were gonna go about it, but I definitely feel like it landed for sure. And then the song just kind of continues to like snowball and get better. Like the second verse was incredible. Again, you get that really fun, like energetic, a little bit bouncy sort of pre-chorus, and then you get another great chorus as well. Um, but on top of that, I think like the way they closed the song out was good too, with like those really great harmonies and like overdubs. There's like a lot of falsetto tones that I think you get like that good split between like mid-range tone, obviously higher falsetto tones at the top. It just, the way it's layered out just feels very methodical, and I love that. But yeah, overall, I think this one's definitely gonna. I think this one's gonna rank pretty highly in my mind. I just love the production. I think it was really cool, and I think it just seems very different from what I've heard thus far from Pentagon. So I think maybe that's the reason why it stands out a little bit more. But great song. This is definitely. I feel like I probably put this in top 5 for sure. I enjoyed this immensely. So this was great. Connie says this one gives me nostalgia. Sarah says, "Oh, this one is really cool." And Connie says, "I forgot how good the song is." And Jazz said the same thing. So, very nice, very nice. This seems like it's very well received. So good stuff. Sonja says the vocals and harmonies slayed. I liked it, but I think it's still. But I think I still like other songs of theirs better. Hey, that's fine. I get it. I get it. We got still more to go, so I feel like I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, certainly, but I thought this was incredible. So good stuff. All right, we're moving on to the next Pentagon song. This one is, it looks like it's Runaway. Yep, Runaway. Very cool. Let's check it out.
내 목소리를 듣고 따라와봐 천천히 다시 나의 손을 잡아 모든 것을 다 새롭게 new day 마치 미친 것처럼 난 all day 그대로 날 내버려둬 멈출 순 없겠어 yeah. 내 키는 이미 두 채 남들과 다른 무게 무릎에 연습에 비가 새어 나와 군대 No pain no gain but 얻는 건 없었지 마이크를 잡은 손은 새 냄새만 쩔지 I never say give up 절대로 포기할 수 없어 멈춘 이 세상에서 더 이상 날
That water droplet sound as a bee is wild.
점점 물들어가 답답한 맘에 다시 눈을 감아 Oh yeah 모든 것이 새로워지길 원해 우리 둘이 만들어가라 뭐네 이대로가 좋으니까 멈출 순 없겠어 이해하려고 하지 마내 머릿속 심어 입이 닳고 침이 말라도 계속 되더머 이건 갖고 노수 바닥에서부터 타비다가 아냐 그냥 나를 느끼면 they feel alive I never say 날 꺼내줘 이 길의 끝에는 뭐가 있을까 두려워 날 꺼내줘
Ooh.
내 귀로 막아도 나 stand up 사라져 사라져 바래왔던 내 모습까지 달려 네가 쓰러질 땐 난 너와 내가 하나가 돼 모두 다 이겨낼게 I don't know never mind 이게 나 같아서 Run away Right to the fire Run away 날 멈출 순 없어 Run away Right to the fire Run away 날 가둘 순 없어 Run away
Ooh. All right. Very nice. This was Pentagon's Runaway. If you're hanging out, thanks for chilling. This was fun. I like this. Love the kind of like more the stronger EDM vibe of the song. Definitely I don't know, I'm taking a look at when this came out 7 years ago. Um kind of given like a little bit more aggressive like chain smokers vibe, which isn't bad. I feel like that's often used as a derogatory thing, but they kind of given like, you know, a little bit more punch to the EDM sort of stuff. So definitely appreciate that. I think that the instrumentals definitely come in like in spurts. Like I feel like it, you know, definitely where there isn't any vocals. More specifically when they like say run away, I feel like that kind of allows the instrumentals to do a little bit more work. But I think that like again the structure of the song is more so playing around their vocals. Like it definitely feels like the instrumental is just a vessel for them to, you know, obviously do some really great like vocal work, and I think the song really highlights that well. You know, I think there's definitely moments where they can do like some pop off. I loved a lot of the choreography as well too. Like I thought that was really incredible too. So I feel like this song is definitely more of like a well-rounded piece of music than I feel like more so like one of those ones that I'm like, oh man, like there's some like incredible like vocal pop off moments or something like that. There are some, but I felt like maybe some of the songs in their earlier category, like discography, excuse me, were like you could tell they were like pushing vocally. Where I feel like this one, like the vocals serve the song more, and that's fine. You know, you're definitely gonna have one of those songs that's like that, but I enjoyed it. It was catchy. It was fun. It was very light. But I feel like the instrumental and like the vocals worked really, really well harmoniously. But yeah, I enjoyed it overall. Like if this is like I saw Connie's said this is the first song I heard by them and still one of their faves. That makes sense, you know. Absolutely can see that. But I think for me it's like it's a very solid song. I probably put this as like mid to high tier, but like not one of my favorites as of currently. Maybe I'll come back to this one and enjoy it, but or enjoy it a little bit more. But I felt like it was very good. Enjoyed the ride for sure. Let's see here. Jazz says this one is good too. Very nice, very nice. Sarah says I love this one too. Gunky says fun song. Sarah says sounds like the Chainsmokers, non-derogatory, and Kala says absolutely, you're so right. So I'm glad. I'm glad my thought process is correct on this. Okay, cool. You know, I feel like there's some times where I'm a little, you know, barometer is a little off here, but glad my music knowledge is kicking in here. So very cool, very cool. All right, we're gonna keep the Pentagon train moving. The next one we've got is Shine. So let's check it out.
나는 뭐랄까 아주 오래전부터 너를 좋아했었다고 늘 지금 말한다면 뭐가 달라질까요 달라질 게 없는 맘을 가진 너는 마치 뿌리 깊은 나무 같아서 신이 곱게 빚은 한 송이의 flower 사라지지 마 달라지지 마 내가 너를 좋아해도 nobody knows 다른 여자를 봐도 nobody's like you 용기가 없어서 I'm sorry 더 넓고 비웃어 그래 나는 널 사랑하는
Hey.
그래 나는 머저리 머저리 난 너한테는 거머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Baby I'm only yours I'm only yours oh no 나나나나나나 결국에 난 내 사랑 앞에선 내 지질이 나는 뭐랄까 아직도 많이 좋아할 것 같아 왜 대체 말을 못할까 기죽은 어린애 같다 다른 사람 만나지만 내 가슴 무너지게 그러지 마요 빈틈없는 그대에게 난 무리일까요 텅 빈 맘은 공터인데 머릿속은 터지네 맘 언제 이렇게 돼버렸나요 내가 너를 좋아해도 Nobody knows 다른 여자를 봐도 Nobody's like you 용기가 없어서 I'm sorry 도망가 뛰었어 그래 나는 널 사랑하는 찌질이 그래 나는 머저리 난 너한테는 거머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Baby I'm only yours I'm only yours oh no 나나나나나나 결국엔 난 사랑 앞에선 내 지질이 네가 나의 주복이 돼 보고만 있어도 힘이 나네 이 하늘에 빛이 나네 내 맘이 너에게 닿기를 바래 말하지 않아도 no 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 언제나 내 맘은 no 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 아름다운 그대와 걸어가고 싶어 Everybody knows 한 가지 말할 게 있어 Listen to my heart 난 네 앞에 서면 떨려 그래 love you love you love you
Ah.
like you like you 너를 사랑해
Wow. All right.
널 사랑하는 찌질이 그래 나는 머저리 난 너한테는 거머리 겉절이 이 세상 너 하나면 돼 Everybody say 나나 너와 나 My baby 눈을 감아 뭐 할까 구구가가 버렸어 이제야 난 내 사랑 앞에서 내 빛나리
Hey, all right. This is awesome. All right. Pentagon's Shine. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Wow. To say this song is infectious would be a grave misrepresentation of the song. This is incredibly catchy. The hook in the song, especially in the chorus more specifically, is so good. And I understand why. I'd imagine this would be on, and chat confirmed that this would be on the iconic songs list of K-pop. I feel like how could you not? This is just like pure ecstasy, you know? It's very fun, very lively, great major key tones. Like it just seems very bright, and like the instrumentation kind of is complimentary obviously to their voices, but just like I think it just accents their voices just that much more, weirdly enough. I think it goes to show that like one of these types of songs at least is like you don't need to have a ton of things going on for it to be a fun or catchy song. Like I just feel like this song is very natural in terms of just like piano. I think there's like a little bit of drumming, but like for the most part it's pretty bare bones. You know what I mean? It really is solely rely on like the group and, you know, obviously what they're able to do vocally. I think I think it excels in that, and I really love that a ton. I will say again, chorus is probably the most up there with one of my favorite parts of the song, but I really love the bridge as well. I think that like exchange in the bridge was just so much fun, especially like that like ad lib pop off like harmony section at the end. I was just like, holy shit, this is like they really kind of just like pulled out all the stops for that. So I love that. But yeah, this is an incredibly infectious song. I feel like this one is going to be one of those ones that's amongst the hard ones to beat for sure. But this was damn. This was awesome. So well deserved. I'm surprised. Like I think Jazz said that they didn't win. They didn't like have a show win for this one, which is very damn surprising to me, in my opinion. I think this one is a, you know, again, I feel like hindsight's 2020, but I feel like this is such an iconic song. So little surprised. Little surprised it did not make the rounds like it would have. But Connie says one of my faves. Uni says, "Hey, I know this one. Let's go." Gungi said, "Now this song is a great song." Um, Sarah says this is one of the ones on the iconic K-pop songs list. Let's see. Jazz says on the iconic list as well. Went hella viral. Lulu says it's already on my playlist. Very nice. Kai says here's where I fell in love with Hui's voice. Sunja says great song. And fell for Kino. Fair enough. They're both incredible vocalists, so that makes sense. And Lulu says it got 179 million plays on Spotify, so I'd say the world agrees. I wouldn't disagree with you on that. I did listen to another iconic song, Gunky, so cool to check it off the list for sure. Jazz said, okay, so Jazz, I did see what Jazz posted. They said that still surprised they did not get a music show win for this one. I am also surprised about that. And then Sarah says there's this whole segment on the first episode of Boys Planet about how beloved and popular Shine is, with a group auditioning with it. Hui crying, he was so touched. That is, oh my god, that's such a sweet moment. I love to see it. Kaylee says this is one of those songs that people were dancing to and loving it without knowing it was K-pop too. You know what? I could see that. I could see that for sure. You know, like it's giving that energy. So I like if I didn't know this was a part of a K-pop group, I think I would have also thought the same thing as well too. So Sarah says this is also Don's last song with Pentagon, though he is credited as a writer on the next title track, as well as it was released between the start of his hiatus and his contract termination with Cube. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, incredible song. Like I said, this should be highly acclaimed amongst, I feel like, Pentagon fans. So, and I guess outside of Pentagon too. But let's check out the next title track. This one is Naughty Boy. So let's give it a listen.
소리는 꿀꿀 시끄럽다 하면 눈눈 맘나 그 누구의 말도 안 듣고 나를 따라 해봐 한 번 더 따라 해봐 똑같은 짓 시키지 말고 그냥 쓰여 잔소리는 됐고 오지랖은 별로 개굴이 노래를 한다 대굴 굴러가 박힌 돌변다 살다 보면 착한 놈 많이 있지만
This video is so sweet. Love the ensemble vocals in this chorus.
살다 보면 착한 놈 많이 있지만 결국 그런 놈들 다 변하더라 저 개구리 말 안 듣지 아무렇게나 막 집어넣어 저 개구리 말 안 듣지만 네 덕분에 세상 버릇 고쳤네 저 푸른 동산 위에 바다 같은 눈을 짓고 아름다운 우리 민박 천년만년 살고 싶어 누리게 사랑하지 우린 하나같이 노래도 해 네 앞엔 언제나 keeping it low 네가 원하는 건 뭐든 되고 싶어 그냥 내 곁에만 늘 있어줘 난 청개구리 영원히 살자 배불리 청개구리 손에 물 한 묻히고 손깍지 끼고 저 푸른 동산 위에 바다 같은 꿈을 짓고 아리따운 우리님과 천년만년 살고 싶어 저 푸른 동산 위에 바다 같은 꿈을 짓고 아리따운 우리님과 천년만년 살고 싶어 천년만년 살고 싶어 저 푸른 동산 위에 바다 같은 꿈을 짓고 아리따운 우리님과 살고 싶어 저 푸른 동산 위에.
Oh my god. All right, this was Pentagon's Naughty Boy. If you're hanging out for the Pentagon deep dive, appreciate it. I just my intrusive thoughts on this song, or the end of this song, was just like, just imagine if you're just out like taking a nighttime stroll and you just hear like Pentagon just singing their lyrics out in the middle of the like just out in the middle of nowhere, I guess, to some degree. I feel like I would be like, I'm never going out this late to walk again. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like giving that type of energy, which is fine. I think they seem like a bunch of goofballs, so love to see it. But this song was catchy. I really enjoyed the vibes of this song. This to me feels like one of those songs that's just like a good vibe, you know what I mean? Like very fun, very bright, very similarly to the last song, Shine. But I think there's just like I'm trying to think of the word, the adjectives or my thoughts to think about this. I feel like it's got this very like boyish charm to it. You know what I mean? Like there's something about it that just screams like your inner child type energy, and I'm for it. You know what I mean? Like as someone who, you know, tells people all the time to not grow up and enjoy your, youth has no age, so I feel like it's important to live your life to the happiest and fullest you can. Very youthful. Yes, Kaylee's got it. And I like that. I think it gives that type of vibe of like inner child, and I'm so for it. The chorus is really fun. I love the like ensemble vocals. I feel like I hadn't heard it as much with their music prior to this, so it was cool to hear it more so and have it be a prominent piece in this song. So I love that. I thought the rapping was incredible as well too in the song. I'll give a shout out to my man Yuto in this one. I thought his like low end like tone in this song just kind of stood out a little bit more than it typically does. So I really appreciated that a ton. But this is really catchy. Like another great song that I think is just like a fun, very youthful type song that I feel like is very easily singable, and I feel like people, again, I didn't get the opportunity to see Pentagon live, but I feel like this one seems like one of those ones that just screams like really fun, like crowd engagement, or like more, I guess, like live performance. But great song. I was curious on how they were gonna follow up Shine. I feel like this one is really good. Certainly. But it's definitely one of those more like a little bit more. It's a little different, but different in a good way. So very nice, very nice. Connie says, I love this song. I practice this dance. So fun. Oh, that's cute. Jazz says, frogs everywhere. Agreed. Sonja says, very fun. Lulu says, it would draw me like a moth to a flame if I heard that. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Everyone's got it different, I'm about it. So very nice. Yeah, this is a fun track. They've had some really fun. They've had a really fun discography so far. So excited to get into more, which the next one is Sha La La, or Sha La La. Let's get into it.
분통 터지는 일이 많군요. 싸그리 잡아놓고 나쁜요. 해보려다가 그냥 따라봐요. 스트레스보단 dress up. Please don't kill my vibe. 다들 어렵다. 쉽다면
Ooh.
이미지 최고가 못돼. 괜찮아 너답게 해. 어제의 찌질이 내가 아냐. 오늘은 빛나리 안 배려냐.
Ooh. Hey. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 나도 모르겠다. 전생의 모든 배짱이 놀듯 소처럼 살다 가겠다. 착하게 살아라. 이놈아, 놀고 싶고 어디 가겠냐. 행복하자.
Hey.
엄마, 누나, 강변 살자. 우생, 수는 지금이야 right now. 당장 팀장에서 떠나라.
Yo. Lil Sec popped off with this one. Holy shit. What a harmony layer. Woof. Wow. Holy shit. All right, very nice. This was Pentagon's Sha La. Very nice. It's from their 8th mini album, Genie Us. Very cool. Very cool. This is, man, they're making it difficult. I didn't know they had so many. Oh man, they have a lot of heat. I'll tell you what. This has been a very good discography so far. I don't think I've had like thus far. I haven't had a song where I'm like, I'm not feeling this one. Every one of these title tracks thus far I've enjoyed to obviously various degrees, but I think I might be in accordance with Kaylee. I feel like this one might be one of my favorites tonight. It is going to be a pain in the ass to pick out my absolute favorites tonight, but I feel like this one just like this screams energy. You know what I mean? Like the song itself started off so good. I loved a lot of like the filtered synths in this. I think they did a great job with that, but this one just hits. Like there's something about like the production of the song that just feels like it's got this pop to it that I absolutely adore about the song. I think there's a lot of great vocal stacking as well. Just again, so much energy packed into one song, and it's just got like just this liveliness that I love. The chorus hits. I felt like a lot of the rapping section was so great. I got to give a shout outs to Wusek with the first verse. Incredible. He's got great flow. This song I feel like he absolutely cooked on, so I love that. Obviously being one of my biases in this group already was like absolutely crushing it. But also give a shout outs to Jino, obviously killing it as well. Great vocalist. I feel like they definitely shined a little bit more. I also really enjoyed Yuto's verse as well. He was great. Um, and I also really enjoyed somebody I don't think I've mentioned so far, but uh Hong Suk. I feel like he was incredible too. So shout outs to him. He's got like a really cool vocal tone that I don't feel like I've noticed as much in Pentagon stuff, but really good like vocal layering as well too. He's got some strong vocals, so it was cool to see him get a little bit more of that spotlight. But instrumental was fun. This was a phenomenal song. Like I said, probably top 5 easy. But man, damn, they're making it hard tonight. This is gonna be difficult, but very nice, very nice. Winter Soldier, thanks for hanging out. Oh my god, Hui and Wosek had me on the floor with this comeback. Hey, let's go, let's go. Connie says this is my second favorite track by Pentagon. Very nice. Kaylee says honestly, this might be my favorite so far tonight. Lulu says my playlist just keeps expanding. Hey, listen, that's that do be what it do be here. So glad you found another one to add. Uni says Shine is still on top for me, but this one just took the second spot. Ooh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's see. Sandra says I like this one better than Shine. Ooh, okay, fair enough. Jazz says Hansek is great, and Sarah says is that the one who is like super ripped? And Jazz says yes. Okay, so very nice. Winter Soldier says Hyunsuk is a teddy bear with abs. Hey, listen, flex, you know, I'm about it. Gungi says this would be the third best song tonight. Ooh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Very nice, very nice. All right, we shall keep it moving. This next one is Humph, and it looks like it's produced by Girly Boy, excuse me. Let's check it out.
Oh, yeah, swag. 가위바위보 미니 많이 뭐 잠깐 타임 반칙이야 또 속을 뻔했어 너 늦게 냈어 다시 해야
We should just go back to saying swag.
눈 커진 고양이 표정이야 오늘은 안 봐줘 너무 참아왔어 나도 할 말은 내야지 안 그래 맨날 나만 삐져 너무해 안 그래 접근 금지야 너는 접근 금지야 아무리 서럽게 말해도 계속 무표정 너는 눈 하나 꿈쩍 않는 얼음 요정 나 화를 내어 녹여야겠어 선을 넘지만 난 아직 거리 날 거기까지 접근 금지야
Ooh.
접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 너가 사과하기 전까지 접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 너가 사과하기 전까지 단단히 화가 났어 아직 너가 사과해줄 때까지 너는 접근 금지야 접근 금지야 너 지금 선을 넘었어 아 좀 지킬 거는 지켜줘 나 돌아진 거야 100번 난 이름 적다 세포 널 보면 다시 행복 SOS yo 그렇게나 성공이 깨진 유리 조심 날카로운 날 기분은 모르겠어 발대 불가사의 야 너는 너무 좋아하지 등을 맞대고 있지 넌 명류가 먼저 다가와 주길 바랄 뿐이야 비서럽게 말해도 계속 무표정 너는 눈 하나 꿈쩍 않는 얼음 요정 나 화를 내어 녹여야겠어 손을 넘지만 난 아직 거리 날 거기까지 접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 너가 사과하기 전까지 접근 금지야 이젠 접근 금지야 이젠
Great harmonies. Hey, let's go. Oh. All right. Very cool. This was Pentagon's Humph, produced by Girly Boy off of their 9th mini album, Summer. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you for hanging. If you've been enjoying the Pentagon deep dive, come through for more. Would love to see you. This is fun. This was another fun song. I think the instrumental was solid. I liked that they were doing like these like interesting like flute with like EDM, or not EDM, but like trap beats. You know, it's got a little bit of trill in there too, which is interesting. But I think this is a fun song. Very like bright, very fun. I think it's like, again, one of those songs that I feel like screams live performance. It's got like that good like live performance energy to it. So I don't know what they've performed live before, but I feel like this one has to be amongst the ones that they have performed live. Um but yeah, it's just giving that like good vibes. Also a little bit. I don't know if this came out in summer because the song the mini album is summer. It did. Okay, so July. Oh wow, it would be as if it came out tomorrow on the 17th. That's crazy. Back in 2019. Crazy stuff. Um but I thought this was very nice. Vocals were fun. I think like the ensemble vocals stand out a little bit more in this type of track. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed it. I think it's some parts again, and this is not really like more so a disrespect, but like the instrumentals kind of give me like a little bit of like light little yachty type feel, which is like not a comparison I would have ever put together, but like it kind of gives me like the stylization that I feel like little Yachty does in like his music, which is very interesting. So I don't know what I would have done to connect those two thoughts together, but I feel like in my head it makes sense. But definitely beat wise is kind of giving that type of vibe. Like I feel like he does a lot of those major key like very bright sort of songs in some ways too. So um I don't know how that why my brain thought of that, but that was one of the thoughts that came through. So but but yeah, other than that, I thought the I assume it's a calling card for Girly Boy. But the swag the swag thing at the beginning killed me. So I thought that was, like I said, I don't know if it's a calling card, but it was very funny, and I was having a hilarious moment here. So um Sarah says getting some Girly Boy up in here. Love to see it. Everyone was saying how cute the MV is. Sarah says die swaggy or live long enough to become cringe. I'm already cringe, so that makes sense. Um, Gungi says such a fun song and MV, and then Sarah says we've heard some Girly Boy before. I think we probably have, but I don't. I feel like again, maybe bar for bar, I actually made the same comment about like the swag thing. So I'll have to go back and see, but I feel like it's still true. If I made the comment before and I'm reliving that commentary, then I feel like I feel like if anything, if I've doubled down and said it twice unironically, then I probably mean it. So, very nice, very nice. All right, cool shit. We're gonna keep it moving. The next one is Dr. Bebe, which what a what an interesting song title name. But let's check it out. Okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh, cool pre-chorus. Woo! Hey. His chorus hits. All about it. That vocal bend, oh, so good. Interesting. All right. This was Pentagon's Dr. Bebe. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. I was a little surprised by the ending. I thought for sure they were gonna like I thought they were gonna pause and then do like a last final chorus, which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about the ending, but besides the point, um, this song was incredible. Definitely a different route that they have taken thus far. Like this one feels a little bit more darker, lot more minor key as well too. And I like the concept. I think to me it was very interesting just to kind of hear obviously their earlier stuff and compare it to this. It feels like a departure, but like in a good way. It kind of gives a little bit of a refresh to what I feel like Pentagon is capable of doing, which is great. You love to see, the growth of artists. But this one's so much fun. At first I was like, I'm like, am I gonna really enjoy this song? And like the first verse, I was like a little tentative. Like I was like, maybe I'll enjoy it. But once that pre-chorus kicked in, I was like, damn, I'm like, this is starting to get like they're starting to cook. It's starting to be good, like enjoying it. But I do feel like the chorus itself just sells a song. Like the chorus is so phenomenal. The vocals on it are incredible. I love that like little vocal bend section in that first part of the chorus. It is just like first time heard it, great. Second time I heard it, I was like, damn, this is so good. And then by the third time, I was just like, that was such a necessary part of the song that I feel like it just changes. It just changed the brain composition for me a little bit for this song. So I definitely love that a lot. I'd also say that I feel like the rappers and Pentagon got to highlight a little bit more of an aggressive stance on this song. So I definitely like that. I feel like Wusek and Yuto just absolutely crushed this song. So great stuff there. Um, Obviously, we did a fantastic job. Was doing some really crazy vocal lines. Same with Juno. But I also gotta give another shout outs to Hong Sik. Also really good vocals in this song too. Incredible stuff there as well. But yeah, overall, I felt like this song was like slightly a slow burn, but I definitely like came around to it more quickly than I thought I was. This one's definitely amongst the favorites for tonight for sure. Hooks on this song were incredible. So great stuff, great stuff. Some comments here. Let's see what we got here. Jazz says love this one. Connie says my third favorite song. Very nice. Kaylee says I know this one. Kala says oh. And Connie says I was obsessed with this song for months with this song. Fair enough. And Kyle says, totally see why. Kaylee says, I do love this one too. And Connie says, this is where I fell for Honsek. Very nice. And Uni says, this is definitely up there for me as well. I just think it was just so captivating. Like, again, first chorus, I was hooked. And then by the rest of it, I just slowly fell into it more and more. So great stuff, great stuff. All right. The next one is Daisy, which we have checked out. So I'm excited to revisit this one now, knowing more of Pentagon's discography. So let's get into it.
거짓말 같은 밤, 거지 같은 기억. 이젠 다시 돌아가고 싶지 않아. 사랑은 burning, 모두 다 burning, 기억들도 burning. 아주 오래오래 멀리 떠나가길 바래. 아주 오래오래 나의 곁을 그리워하길 바래. 자기 따윈 없어 no mercy. 내 맘은 privacy. 네가 뭐라던 간에 아무 상관없고 그냥 불안하게 바래. 내 꿈속의 한 송이 daisy. 난 그 사랑의 daisy. 너 하나 없을 뿐인데 해질 것 같아. 새하얀 꽃잎의 daisy. 그 속에서 난 또 crazy. 얼간이처럼 너를 휘도는 너를 사랑했는데 고작 이게 뭐야. 거짓말이야 거짓말이야 daisy. 미련의 밤이 늦었어요. 못다한 말들이 쏟아져 왔네요. 맨정신은 아냐 기억이 가물가물해. 내 맘은 왜 자꾸 머뭇해. 오직 너의 눈빛 파래진 붉은 빛에 네가 뭐라던 간에 아무 상관없고 정말 불행하게 바래. 내 꿈속의 한 송이 daisy. 난 그 사랑의 daisy. 너 하나 없을 뿐인데 미칠 것 같아. 새하얀 꽃잎의 daisy. 그 속에서
love that descending guitar part. Awesome.
새하얀 꽃잎의 데이지 이젠 그만 좀 헤매 얼간이처럼 너를 또는 너를 사랑할 수 있기에 행복했다 가지마 너 가지마 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 영원한 나의 데이지
Very nice. All right, this was Pentagon's Daisy. If you've been hanging out, thanks for hanging. Um, it was cool revisiting this one. We did check this out because Connie had recommended this on an album stream. So if I didn't seem as more energetic as I typically was, I have heard this one already. But it was cool revisiting this one because I think when I first listened to it, I enjoyed it, but I feel like I have so much more appreciation for the song now. Not only I feel like watching Boys Planet, but also as well as that, I think like knowing what came before it, right? Like I think to me, like music is all about like a history aspect of it as well, and like seeing how artists grow over that time period, and like wow, this is like one of those pieces in their growing discography currently right now for me. I think this is a great, I think this is a great follow up to Dr. Bebe. I think it plays into a lot of the sort of similar tonalities that I heard in Dr. Bebe, but like in a good way. Definitely appreciate more of the like minor tones used in the song. Kind of is giving like a little bit of light alternative as well. I think there's just like a lot of great emotion in this song that I didn't feel like I really noticed first listen, but now listening to it a little bit more in depth with more depth now. There's a lot of great like small vocal runs. I think there's a lot more nuance vocally as well too. Like I just love that this one obviously shows off not only their vocal skills of course, but I think it also shows off a little bit of reservation, which I think is equally as important. And I think that they do it really well where it's like they know they can flex vocally, right? Like if you've been following Pentagon, that they are a very talented vocalist, but I think this one has like the perfect amount of like reservation, but at the same point I think is so emotionally driving that like I think it meets really well in that midpoint. So I really love the song. I definitely would consider this to be amongst the best songs for Pentagon in my opinion as well too. Like especially having listened to it twice now. It's really, really, really fun. But I just think that this performance, at least to me, just has a lot of great emotion. And I think that listening to it a second time, like, really further cemented that thought process in my head. So, definitely enjoy the album as well too. But this one's a phenomenal song. So very nice. Let's see. Sarah says this is my favorite Pentagon song and one of the best K-pop songs ever. Ooh, okay, fair enough. I could see it. Jazz says this one finally earned them their first win. Very awesome. Connie says one of the best songs for sure. Sonja says this is the best. This is one of Pentagon's best in my opinion. And Jazz says this is also after Road to Kingdom ended and Jinho joined the military, so he wasn't in this one. That makes sense. But great song. Like I said, it's gonna be very difficult to pick a favorite tonight, but favorites tonight. But yeah, this one's a powerful song. So good stuff. All right. We're going to keep it moving here. The next one we have, it looks like a holiday special, I believe, and it's called Eternal Flame. So let's check it out.
How we got this way, how we got this love.
Oh, maybe it's not a holiday song.
Watch this. 내 스토리야 우린 빗바람에도 꺼지지 않아 불꽃이야 불꽃 Never get tired of love 가끔 넘어진 바람에 상처투성이 됐지만 울상 짓는 건 난 못해 yeah. 슬퍼하지 마요 여전히 웃어 찢어지게 반복한다고 해도 우리가 모인 건 기적이래 포기 못한데도 영원히 약속했으니까 내 손 잡아줄 거죠 세상이 끝나도 말이죠 얼어붙은 내 눈물을 녹여준 숨 기억하죠 아직도 그날만이 울었고 그렇게 우린 피어났죠 밝게 타오르는 불꽃 hey. 우리 시들지 않는 꽃 다시 일어나 그게 다친 줄만 알았던 벽에 문틈 사이 우릴 비추는 빛과 내가 타오른 불꽃
Not the standee.
표현할 수가 없다 해 그래서일까 내 뺏어 뻥친다 그래 넌 나의 전부 넌 나와 만나기 전으로 크게 나눌 수 있다면 지금은 말 안 나뿐인 내 마냥 내게 너가 없다면 많이 아야 네가 속상할 때마다 다시 위로 타고 못 우리의 봄엔 언제나 눈이 내려요 내 손 잡아줄 거죠 무대가
The standee keeps killing me.
혼자 남은 시간이 외롭지 않게 기억하죠 아직도 그날만이 울었고 그렇게 우리 피어났죠 크게 타오르는 불꽃 hey. 우리 시들지 않는 꽃 다시 일어나 그 다친 줄만 알았던 벽에 문틈 사이 우리 비추는
Listen, easy and pretty good for a standee. I'll tell you what.
하루도 행복해 살아가 너무나 많은 것들을 받기만 했어 I pray for you 너와 나의 세상이 우주가 되어 힘이 돼 다시 서로의 손을 잡고 위치를 바뀌네 해 그 빛이 따라 걸어요 날 끝까지 믿어주는 사람들을 위해 다시 밝게 타오르는 불꽃 hey. 우리 시들지 않는 꽃 We ain't gonna stop I'll never stop
If you want.
Merry Christmas!
Wow.
Merry Christmas!
Very nice. All right. This was Pentagon's Eternal Flame. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. No Santa says, could we get a Brandon standee when you don't stream? What am I just gonna have the live stream on and just have me just like standee for him, just fucking, just you know, just chilling? That'd be crazy. I'd think about it. I think it'd be pretty funny. 24/7. It'd be even great if like I came in and I like took the standee out and then just, you know, moved. I think it'd be funny. No, Sarah says Meatball could moderate. That would be funny. Sarah says just put on a playlist for stand on it. Yeah. I feel like if anything, you guys would want a Meatball standee. I feel like he's, you know, he's a celebrity here, so it makes sense. Gunky says I'm on the struggle bus staying awake right now. Shouldn't be sleeping on Pentagon. That's fair. That's fair. This is nice. I liked it. I gotta give a shout outs to Pentagon though, because the the standee was incredible for Jin. I was fucking I was dying, man. That shit was hilarious. They really knew how to they know how to lighten the mood here. They seem like a bunch of goofballs, so makes sense, makes sense. But song itself was great. I really loved the vocals in this. I would say I don't know who the member is with the like platinum blonde hair here in the far left, but I really like their vocals. I know they didn't really specify in the captions here, so I wasn't really able to. Kino. Okay, so Kino's incredible. Shout out, big man on campus. We love to see it. He was great. Um, this was a fun song. I feel like this would absolutely hang out on a holiday playlist for sure. But yeah, great vocals. The rapping was awesome in this as well too. Just like a really like very cheery song. So we'd love to see it. So great stuff. All right, everyone's saying the meatball standee and myself. So I listen. I'll have to figure out how to make the standee, but it would be funny. Let's see here. Santa says Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, well, hey, if you're celebrating in July, hey, salutes, salutes. Um, Callis says Brandon poster. I could do that too. That'd be funny. Um, Sarah says still doesn't beat when Suga was a snowman, but very funny. That's fair. That's fair. Suga as a snowman, I feel like would be tier. I feel like that'd be top tier. Very cool, very cool, great stuff. Again, consistent. And Sundra says I'd forgotten about that. Suga as a snowman was the best standee. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. This one is do or not. So let's keep it moving.
I don't care you do or not 상관없어 no matter what you say 말 좀 해봐 좀 do or not 며칠째 또 똑같아 너의 말을 꼭 씹어 난 늘 그렇게 다물고 I don't care about you 밀어내지도 calling And you look like the rolling 이랬다 저랬다 근데 난 정했다가 아무것도 모르는 날 보면 난 그냥 점점 무뎌져가 점점 what do or not 네 맘대로 하세요 좋다고 하든가 아니면 말든가 지금 정해도 or not
Nice.
아니면 말든가 네 맘대로 해도 or not You say 좋다고 하든가 나랑 살든가 딱 지금 정해도 or not Yeah 매일 난 빌었겠지 all day and night 늘 그렇게 아무도 안 부럽게 I don't understand 아니면 뭐 어때 I'm okay 갈 때까지 가 그래도 더 무뎌져가 점점 어두워 난 네 맘대로 하세요 좋다고 하든가 아니면 말든가 딱 지금 정해도 or not 나랑 살든가 아니면 말든가 네 맘대로 해도 or not You say 좋다고 하든가 나랑 살든가 딱 지금 정해도 or not 떠나라고 재산을 보자고 있는 힘껏 널 지워보려고 가볍게 지워 가볍게 미워해 좋다고 하든가 아니면 말든가 딱 지금 정해도 or not 나랑 살든가 아니면 말든가 네 맘대로 해도 or not
Very nice. All right. This was Pentagon Do or Not. If you're joining for the deep dive, thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. This was a really fun song. I liked the different approach with this one. I feel like they have moments where they like stick to a concept and like they do something similar. And then there's stuff that feel like a much larger departure, and I think this is kind of in that realm, not like a huge departure from what I feel like Pentagon has done in previous songs, but I really like this. I would say it's not one of my favorites that I've heard tonight, but I definitely enjoyed it. I loved like the instrumental of the song. The acoustic guitar was fun at the end of this song, particularly. But it's really lively. Like, I think they do a great job, of highlighting their vocals. I know I have said it quite a few times throughout this stream, but I think they do such a great job of like giving big moments to everybody. Like I think it really shows off a lot of the different colorization that I feel like each member brings to the table. And like there isn't moments where I'm like, oh, I wish this was done this way or this was done that way. Like I think you do a really good job of being representative, and I think, again, giving different moments to different people. Obviously, I do feel like they have a certain formula in terms of like, the pop off moments with, like Jino or like Hino or obviously Hui. I feel like they all have their moments where they can shine since, they're amongst the best vocalists in the group. But I also feel like very equally so, like there's just, great moments throughout their discography, and I felt like more specifically with the song where you get those like really sweet moments. So I think this is very representative of them. While this not being one of my favorite songs in the night, I still feel like it is a really well-rounded song. It's really good. Like if this came up on my Spotify playlist, I would still jam it out, still enjoy it. So that's, not a diss to this song by any stretch, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was very solid. I'd probably put this to like, middle to higher tier in my opinion, and was really fun. Good stuff. This was and I thought the MV was cute as well too. Good vibes all around. So Connie says this is my fourth favorite. Jazz says this one is cute. Connie says and then they fell for Shinwon. Very nice. Sonja says it feels like every group in K-pop had a salmon colored suit at one point. I like how this MV they ditched them. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Jazz says still remembering this album packaging, loved it so much. Ooh, okay, very nice, very nice. All right, I think people were vibing with this one. Love to see it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one is Feeling Like. Let's check it out.
You, 넌 내 심장을 뛰게. I don't want you to know. 듣기 싫은 걸. 너를 올렸던 손 끝이 자꾸 미끄러져. 어딜 바라보는지 궁금해. Yeah. I want you 놓치지 마. And I know ya 너 원하잖아. Yeah. 닿는 순간 내 touch 날개를 펼쳐. 온몸에 느껴지는 온기를 나눠 beyond a kiss. You got me feeling like.
Ooh.
You got me feeling like. 내배 눈 attitude 잠을 줄 아는 자세 No I love you too 식상한 멘트 왕고 우리가 모르도 매일 하고 싶어 너와는 몰아도 내 갤러리 오직 갈라테야 고독한 눈빛도 어찌 아름다운가 피와 살 느껴버렸다 살며시 허리 좀 부여잡아 I want you 위태로워 And I know yeah 너 원하잖아 Yeah 닿는 순간 내 touch 다급해진 숨결 이제 숨길 수 없어 내가 이끄는 대로 움직여 You got me feeling like You got it You got it 없을까
Hey.
빛으로 잠긴 다음 번쩍이는 꿈의 밤 온몸에 붉은 빛이 돌아 더 짙게 blue looks like a bomb 껌처럼 붙어라 kiss and hug 헛돌지 않아 더 뜨거워지지 내 속 안에 넌 나를 세운 눈빛에 너를 가득 담을게 Me and you 꽉 찬 moon You got me feeling like You got it You got it Yeah You got me feeling like You got it You got it Yeah You got me feeling like
Hey, very nice. This was Pentagon's "Feeling Like." Um, this was catchy. I agree with Sonja. I also love this song as well. Like, I don't think you can, in my opinion, I feel like you can't do wrong with like a really fun, like funky bass riff, and I think this song definitely has that in spades, certainly. But again, it might just be bias setting in because I love a good like funky bass riff, and I feel like this plays into my love of that. Um, but I thought this was so much. This was definitely an interesting song, nonetheless. Like weirdly enough, I feel like there's a lot going on in the song, but also at the same time, I feel like there's not a lot going on, which I think is hard to do. Like and I truly feel like this song, at least the thing that binds it all together is their vocals, right? Like, you know, when you have a song that is a little bit more light on the instrumentation, you want the vocals to feel a little bit more prominent. And when you want to have obviously some stronger instrumental sections, you either want you want the vocals to be either complementary to that or obviously like push the song even further. And I think this kind of uh tugs and pulls in the right direction where I feel like you get moments where there's a lot of there's a lot less instrumentation going on, and I think is really, you know, paramount that the song has a good like riff bass or like has a good rhythm to it, and I think they really rely heavily on that in the song. So I love that because I think it keeps the song really fun and really moving. So great stuff there. um I also enjoyed like the rapping section a lot in this song as well too. I'm pretty sure it was maybe Yuto at the beginning, in the first rap. He was incredible, if I've got that correct. Because I know normally he has like that mid to low range tone, so it you know feels a little bit more prominent in that aspect. So I love that. Um, the chorus is really catchy. I wasn't sure how they were gonna like jazz up like feeling like, but I feel like they did a great job of that, and then just adding like a little bit of vocal ad libs on at the end, I think made the song feel a little bit more catchy, a little bit more vibey. So I love that. Probably my favorite part of the song was the bridge. I thought that bridge section was so ethereal and really gorgeous. So I love the instrumentation in that section. I think again it is one of those signs where I feel like it's very complimentary to the song, but obviously to their vocals as well. And then you get that huge vocal pop off moment, which you know you won't be seeing me complain about that. So, but yeah, overall, I thought this is really good. Um, I also couldn't get over. There's one specific member that I was like, whoever this member is, like I said, I'm trying to remember like face. I'm usually pretty good like faces and names at that point, but my God, I was like, holy shit, Shinwan, wow, he is incredible. I mean, he's a good looking man. I'll tell you what. So I was definitely I was focusing a little bit more on him like as looks, but also his vocals were incredible in the song too. So yeah, maybe it was just me opening up and trying to listen more towards his vocals, but great stuff. And like I said, the looks in this MV were on point for him. So I love a style king. So big salutes. Um, let's see. Some comments here. Kaylee says this is gonna be stuck in my head again for days. Sorry, also not sorry, but you know it is what it is. Uh, Gotti says, okay, I promise this is the last time I fell for a member. Here I fell for Yanan, and Jino, and Yeo1. So very nice. Big salutes. Sarah says, I forgot about the song and I really like it. There we go. Love to see it. Connie says, this is such a good song. I listened to it 100 times. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. And Son just comment, this is so catchy. I love it. Chaz says, we get Jino back for the first time, but instead lost Hui to the barracks. That makes sense. So, let's see. Connie says he's so crazy. LOL. Very fun and talented. Very funny and talented. Makes sense. Sonja says, I have to go do some early mornings at work in the summer. Love revisiting Pentagon. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Sonja. I have something to announce later on, which I announced at the last stream. So I'll have to fill you in on the next stream. So very nice. Very nice. We're going to keep it moving here, though. The next one is Shush, I guess. So let's check it out.
Oh, you don't know why, but I like it too. Oh, story about you, my one and only. Kimi no tame ni write kokoro sasageru all night. Sora ni ukabu yume hanayakate. Hope you like it. Kagayaku sono egao kimi wa mada kizuite nai sono hikari. Oh, tell me why, tell me why. Hatashi naku hajike ruboku no star. Konna hikoso kimi wo omoi dasu yo takishimetai. Boku no ai saraki desu. Moshikashite kikoeteru. Kimi dake no shi Kimi no yona shi Tamashii o komete zutto eien ni. Kimi dake ni utau. Kimi ni sasagu shi. Irowase nai kiyo. Oh, Kimi ni sasagu shi. Kimi dake no shi. Uru aru Yubisaki wa rolling. Oh, kimi ni oboreru you're falling. Gunjo no ocean view. Ukabu awai blue. Yume no naka futari de odoro. Konna hide mo kimi wa utsukushii yo.
It's all right, Sarah.
Boku no ai sarakedasu. Moshikashite kikoeteru. Kimi dake no shi Kimi no yona shi Tamashii o komete zutto eien ni. Kimi dake ni utau. Meguri meguru kono toki no naka de boku tachi wa eien ni kienai kono shi. Kimi ni sasagu shi. Kimi dake no shi Kimi no yona shi Tamashii o komete zutto eien ni. Kimi dake ni utau. Kimi dake no shi.
All right. Very nice. This was Pentagon's. It was she for again for their pronunciation, but very nice. This was the first Japanese song that I've heard from them, which is very fun. I liked their Japanese stuff now too. So definitely we'll have to check more of their title tracks on the Japanese side. But and something else I noticed, I know we talked about it early on in like stream, but like I didn't really notice it until just now, like again, because seeing like the performance of it. Let me see if I can get all of them together. I didn't notice how like I know one of the members is 6'3", but like without really visualizing it and noticing it, now I can see it. It's like holy shit, he is like towering over the rest of the members. So it makes sense, but now it's like it's a little easier to see and it makes sense. So you can definitely tell now for sure, for sure. But um so I thought that was funny. It was something I noticed, and I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, my man is tall as fuck, you know. But um, this was fun. I really enjoyed this a lot. Like, I feel like it's always interesting to hear like K-pop groups doing like their Japanese material because like I almost instinctually feel that they're like the genre shifts for them. And while like I understand that this is a Japanese song, like I feel like this very easily could be a Korean type. You know, this could very easily be a Korean song as well. So I don't know if like that's they've performed this song in Korean or not, but I feel like sonically, it's like I would feel like I would expect Pentagon to do this, and it wouldn't like be a departure like sound wise. Like I could imagine them doing a song like this in Korean, in like their main discography. But I like this catchy. I was very curious on how they were gonna put she into the chorus, but it worked out really well. I thought it was really catchy, and again, didn't know how they were gonna swing that, but I think it worked out for the better, certainly. Um, as well as that, I really enjoyed the verses of the song. Like, I think they really highlighted a lot of great vocals in this song, which again should be expected at this point. But it was just really bright, and I think maybe that's the differentiator between some of their Japanese stuff. Obviously, we've got two songs at the end here to check out that are in, you know, their Japanese discography, but I'm always curious to see how these groups kind of handle Japanese material versus their like Korean material. So this was a cool song. Like definitely will be spinning this one a little bit more as well too. So good stuff. Sarah says these next three were released post Boys Planet. Very nice, very nice. And then they also said, "Oops, this is a Japanese song." It's all good, Sarah. I'm sure it will get cut out either way, unfortunately. So you can watch it on Patreon if you want to watch some of the Japanese material. But and then Connie says he's a big baby. That makes sense. He's, you know, I don't want to speak for him, but given that energy, certainly. So very nice, very nice. We're gonna keep it moving. The next one is Pado, and the song "Wave to Me." So let's check it out.
I like the way from my move. Kimi, Ima, wavy. 지붕가 와카라나 이호도 태워 후리 maybe 내 막그릇이 그 우질이 유근하러 마바타 그 요리도 사르트 아침에 대시루 후타리 그들의 어찌르 교가이 소리 내면 wave to me So all we can be one 아와 다다시 구유래 우고 구하러 사사야 그 연이도 Can I really love you 모에르 히토미니 유라메쿠 후리야 에바 요셀루 파도
I like this bridge. Cool panning. Love that. All right, very cool. This is Pentagon's Apado from the same Japanese album. Their sixth mini album. Wow, holy shit. Okay. Um very nice, very nice. Sarah says, okay, this is also Japanese. Sorry for assuming the song with Korean title would be in Korean. Hey, listen, it's okay. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Appreciate you doing it, Sarah. Um Jazz says the mandatory island vibe slash summer song. I get it for sure. Picking up that energy. Connie says forgot about this song. Very good. I like this. This is I agree with Jazz. The mandatory island summerish sort of song, like with the Pentagon, the Pentagon twist. This was fun. It is interesting again, and I don't want to mean to rehash anything, but it's always very interesting to get into like their Japanese material, like any group that we've covered thus far. I just think it's, a cool representation that you get to show off different like, musical expression in these types of songs, but as well as that, I think it like, it shows off the different ranges that you're able to, give within the discography that they have, whether it be Korean or Japanese. But I enjoyed this. This was a very fun song. Nothing like too crazy, but I feel like it is a really well-rounded song. So, while I was expecting it to be a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like Pentagon has definitely gave us some bangers for sure, and like I feel like this one is a really solid song. I'm not like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like it feels like a very well-written song, and have nothing to complain about really if that's the case here. So very nice, very nice. I feel like their music just kind of describing their music overall, I feel like it's just they have such an incredible discography, whether it's the Japanese stuff or Korean stuff. They have quite the list. So good stuff, and I like that it's under 3 minutes. I feel like it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like the perfect amount of like, it's a good vibe. You get into it and you get out, like, so good stuff. So we'll keep it moving. The next song is with Universe. So check it out.
차가운 시선조차 막아줄 나의 슈퍼히로 반복되는 하루를 색칠해 바라는 시선 길고 길었던 밤 어디 있나요 다시 함께 하이나 둘이 나와 펼치고 세상 가장 아름다운 너와 나 그대와 같이 부를 이 노래 우리 함께 영원히 사랑에 크게 외쳐 저 우주 끝까지 기억은 작은 글씨처럼 되어 우리 음악 속에 흐르고 You remember us forever 아름답게 춤을 추며 우린 영원히 네 곁에 약속
Aw. No. Oh, that's so sad. It's so sad. All right. This is Pentagon's with the universe. I would assume this is the final Korean song that they put out. Um damn. Oh. That's I hate okay, I don't hate the song. So I wanna preface I don't hate the song, but I will say I hate when we do these songs because like obviously I am new to Pentagon, and obviously it looks like their fandom name is Universe, and like I don't want to be disrespectful to the Universe fandom, but like it just hurts. You know what I mean? Like these types of songs, and like I don't know how people like deal with reliving some of this stuff, like especially for other people that watch like deep dives on like YouTube or what have you. I feel like it's always like to me it feels like you're reopening a wound, especially if this is a group you follow through the pantheons of their time as a group, but also like members going to uh Boys Planet and all that sort of stuff. Like I feel like I would be hurt, you know what I mean? Yeah, obviously you wish the best for all of them, and obviously I wish the best to the boys as well. But yeah, I think these types of songs always, I feel like, don't I don't want to say don't hit me, because I definitely feel the emotion of this song certainly, but like I feel like there's like levels to it, right? Like if you are a fan of Pentagon, this song is like a big fucking machete cutting through your heart, where I feel like this one for me is like something a little stronger than like a butter knife. You know what I mean? Like it still hurts. Like it's still a song that I feel like hurts my soul, but like I don't feel like I get the full weight of like how much this song means to those people, and like I don't want to feel like I you know am a part of it because I just sped run Pentagon. You know what I mean? So I feel like I got to give the respect for the song for what it is, and I think it's incredibly well written. I think the emotions are definitely there. Like you can tell that all the members of Pentagon just are incredibly grateful for the opportunity, and like being able to do music for as long as they have done it within Pentagon. So I think you definitely can tell that, not only I think in the video, but I also feel like vocally as well too. Like they're just you could just tell that there's like a gratitude aspect to this song that I feel like a lot of the types of songs, when they do these songs, like you just can't help but feel like that immense weight of gratitude that they have towards people that support them. And so I feel like that's such a complimentary thing and such a good thing that groups do. And I think it shows that you know they wouldn't be there without the support of people that listen to their music. So I think it's a good send off, as though it be sad. And I think this is a great song, really beautiful, really touching, and good stuff here. So can't complain. I think to end it off on like this song specifically was beautiful. So good stuff. Let's see. Connie says, "Oh, this one." I answered Jazz gave me the information about Universe being their fandom name. Um, the vocals in the song were also incredible too. Connie says, "Goddamn vocals," I agree. Gungi says vocals, and Connie says it's so sad. It is sad. So, all right. Well, we've got a couple more left here. The next one we've got is Cosmo, which is another Japanese song, and then we have one more to follow this one. So, let's check out Cosmo. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Ooh. Nice. Very cool. All right. This was Pentagon's Cosmo from their Japanese material. Very nice. Thank you for hanging. I like this. This is very fun. I love that like interesting like filter guitar work in the song. I thought it was very very cool. It feels like the grounding point in this song. So definitely appreciate that a ton. Um, it does feel like a departure sound wise, which is fine. I feel like a lot of the Japanese material is vastly different from their mainline stuff. But I enjoyed it. I think there's a lot of great vocal moments in the song, which feel like to be expected from Pentagon. But I like how they continue to have like really phenomenal vocals in their Japanese material. Um, I thought the rapping section was really fun in this song as well too. All the rappers in Pentagon at the time here were great. Definitely kind of breaks up the song in a really good way. But yeah, I feel like the songwriting was a little bit more straightforward, which is not a bad thing. But I thought the chorus absolutely smacked. I love the chorus in this song. Great stuff. But yeah, enjoyed this one. Enjoyed this one very much. It was another really solid song from them, which is to be expected. So cool stuff. We're moving into the last one of the playlist tonight. Connie says that Cosmo is my favorite Japanese release. Ooh, okay. Very nice. And we're going to move on to the final Japanese one, which is Happiness. So check it out.
幸せになれるかさあ確かめてみようよ君と追いかけてゆける風に乗るこの気持ち立ち止まって手を取って君に夏の魔法をかけるよどこだっていいんだもう悩まないで二人の世界は地平線のもっともっと向こうまで行こうただずっと君といなくちゃ僕はこうなっちゃいそうだ止まらない止められない絶対にいやいやいや燃える太陽二人きりの光を踊るスポットライトこんなでいいんだもう悩まないで二人の世界は幸せ求め走り出す手をつなぎ歩んでこう君と行くこの先の未来を見せてあげる僕らの幸せ Oh, 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 oh 君を連れ出してそんな本気ならほら毎日さえも treasure Oh yeah no 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 ほらほら夏を越えて飛び出す今ここじゃないどこかきっと見つかる僕らのハピネス飛び出す今ここじゃないどこかきっと見つかる僕らのハピネス飛び出す今ここじゃないどこかきっと見つかる Our happiness
Hey, nice. Let's go. All right. This was Pentagon's Happiness from their Japanese material. If you watched the deep dive, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. I love this one. This one has like a little bit of a retro feel to it, and I'm so about it. I love the usage of the synths in this song. I think the catchiness of the song has like a really great hook on it, especially in that chorus. I think that chorus is phenomenal. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. I loved a lot of the vocal pop off moments. I think this one to me feels like a little bit of best of both worlds. Like I feel like in their Korean material, I feel like they vocally pop off a little bit more, and this one feels a little bit more in that lane vocally. But I feel like instrumentally and stuff, it takes a different form, which is great. Like I definitely feel like this one's really fun, really lively. Love a lot of the major keys, which I think plays into the concept of happiness in the song. So definitely love that a ton. Overall, I think this is a feel good song, and I really was vibing with this one too. So, great track, great track. All right, favorites tonight. This one's a little difficult. I think in terms of the Japanese material, I would absolutely say my two favorites were Happiness and Sh. I feel like those two were probably my two favorites in terms of their Japanese work. Without a doubt, I think those were the standout ones to me. Their Korean stuff, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Let's see. I feel like it would in no particular order. I would say uh Daisy, Dr. Bebe, Shala, Shine, Shine, and I'd say Can You Feel It? I feel like those would be my favorites. That's tough. That is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Um I will give an honorable mention to Feeling Like. I feel like that was probably the other one I enjoyed the most. So, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Gungy says already about over. Damn. Sarah says, I think what I learned, what Stream had taught me is that I love Hui. Fair enough. Same. And this one was so good. Uni says, I think I put this in my top 5. Nice. Nice. Um, let's see. Gungy says, beautiful. Number 1 for sure. There we go. Love to see it. Sarah says, I think I'll go with Daisy. Runaway, Like This, Shine, and Like That. Ooh, very nice. And Connie says my top 5 are Runaway, Shalala, Dr. Bebe, Do or Die, and Cosmo. Those are good. Those are, I mean, like I said, y'all had some good choices, so not really surprised, but yeah, good shit, good shit. Thank you, Sarah, again for putting this together. Much salutes to you as always. If you would like to announce who we're doing next Wednesday for the Boys Planet continuation series. Okay, very nice. Let's see. Sarah says, you're welcome, everyone. Sarah says, come back next week for Dress No, INX, Swim S, Triple H, and Now United. Okay, very interesting. Wow, we're going through all of those. That's intense. And Connie says, I mean, do or not. Okay, fair enough. I had a feeling. I was like, do or die. I was like, I don't think that's it, but I was like, maybe I could be seeing things. Very nice. And then Gunky, we are doing Gunky's choice of concert on Monday. So we'll be doing YDBB. If you missed out on the catch up stream, we did Get Lucky. That song was fire, but we are definitely doing that on Monday. So come back Monday if you're hanging out. That'd be really sick. Would love to see you there. So fun stuff in advance. And then if you missed out on the previous stream,